Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and very good morning to our lecturer Madam Lini and our panel, Puan Dinorita and Mr. Melvin. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is our introduction video.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Hai, selamat pagi.
Watashi wa namae wa Muhammad Asman Azmi, biometric number 18 TPM 19X024.
Nama saya Nur Ishra binti Kamar Zaman, biometrik 18 TPM 2998. And yeah, that is our introduction video. And if it wasn't obvious, our chosen country is Japan. Come on, Japan, a famous country with great infrastructure, beautiful scenery, and deep culture.
Even after the World War II, it quickly rose up to become one of the most visited countries in the world. But before you come into Japan, you must first know some of its various culture modes.
Okay, that is our introduction video. Okay, this is our group members. Introduce you. Starting with me, my name is Nur Ashura binti Kamaruzaman. My metric number is 18, DPM 19F 2998, and the second one is Muhammad Akmal bin Azmi, and the first one is Akif Iqbal bin Azmi. Alright. If it wasn't obvious by now, our chosen country is Japan. Okay, Akmal, where is it? Continue the background.
Okay, where is this? An island country is in Asia, located in the Pacific Ocean. 5 main islands: Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, Kyushu, and Okinawa. Tokyo is Japan's largest city. Japan is divided into 47 administrative prefectures and 8 traditional regions. Japan is one of the world's most geologically unstable areas. The country experiences some 1,000 tremors annually, most of them minus of major quake. Japan's climate is characterized as monsoonal. The element culture of Japan: artistic, religion, technology, material culture, language, social organization, manner, and custom. Japan artistic.
Alright. This is my part. Sorry. Okay. Starting with first element, which is Japanese aesthetic. Japanese aesthetic. As we know that some things are obviously different in Japan. Let's take examples such as traditional clothing and the extremely small capsule hotel in Japan. And my point is, in point view of social rules, it is about punctuality and politeness. All right, next. Social rules in Japan about social rules in Japan are the most difficult things to deal with, since they have their own culture. And typical Japanese behavior is punctuality and the politeness as shown at the previous slide. And for example, aesthetic in Japan, I have attached a video as reference. of time. Okay, play the video. Okay, maybe there is some audio problem. But in this situation is the girl in tudung bawal is late. Okay, and the shawl one is the interviewer. Okay, so being late at the meeting or interview and it is not appreciated as blow nose in the public, finger pointing, calling on mobile phone and the public transport, or eating while walking. Next, another example aesthetic in Japan is a famous gesture from Japan is bowing. Bowing is used to thank or apologize or ask someone to do a favor. But mostly they're using for show their respect towards each another. And Japanese people will greet each other with a bow, and the deeper they bow, the more respect and apology they show to another party. And don't worry if you think this cultural difference is complex and difficult, because foreigner, next, you can click. Okay, because foreigner or another words is gaijin, can use gaijin white card, which is as foreigner, we will receive instant forgiveness for rules that we doesn't feel comfortable with. For Japanese people, it is sometimes easier to shake hand. Next, okay. For Japanese people, it is easier for them to shake hand than having a awkward face, bowing attempts from foreigner. So, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best as foreigner in Japan. Okay. Oh yeah. I nearly forgot that mention that handshaking is considered as okay, but hugging or any consensual stuff is not okay for them. Okay, handshaking is okay as a foreigner. Next. Okay, and more example I'm giving about exchanging business card in business. Okay, exchanging business card is usually done with two hands when it is possible during a meeting. But there is rules, because you need to we have to exchange our card with high rank, because if we put into a direct wallet, like saya like ke Akmal.
Akmal.
Boleh tak aku?
Hello, Syul dengar?
Dengar? Boleh klik?
Boleh.
Okay, it is considered as direct respect and rude. Okay, the next slide I will pass to the next presenter, Akif Iqbal.
Yeah, okay. First, my name is Akif Iqbal. So, religion culture in Japan. So, normal culture in Japan is Shinto and Buddhism. The primary, as I said, Shinto is they're focusing on ceremony and ritual, and they present it through nature, rocks, tree, and mountain. Another one is Buddhism is concerned with the cycle of rebirth and karma. Okay, next slide. Okay, next is Lucky Charm. Lucky Charm is their one of their religion. So that's mean the religion charm is before they're doing something new, they will go to see a fortune teller to determine if the newly proposed thing will be profitable or otherwise. And the fortune teller will use Omikuji. Okay, what is Omikuji? Omikuji are strip of paper containing good or bad prediction. They are available at shrine or temples in return of more donation. If the fortune is good, they can keep doing the plan, and if the prophecy is bad, they will tie straight up on a wire or string at the shrine with the others and leave the bad luck behind them. Next one.
Includes money, love,
And marriage.
and travel. Okay, next element is about Japanese language culture. And before that, excuse my pronunciation in Japanese, because I am Japanese language graduate from Google. So yeah, okay. For the introduction, politeness is extremely important, as we know, in Japanese culture. And for Japanese people, politeness is mean of respect.
Using Japanese
And-
honorific titles.
And it is not about domination, decomposition, and being aware of others' feeling. But politeness in Japan is also called superheroes. Okay, and in Japanese different language, at least there is 3 types as shown at this slide, which is we will go one by one. At least 3 types of politeness can be distinguished. First, there is can you play the sound? Audio. Okay. No. Okay. Okay, Tei Ningo is plain language that foreigner learn to speak. If we as student we want to learn Japanese, this is the types of language that we use. And then the next 2 form are humble and honorific language. These 2 language are typical here in business. Between inferiors and superiors, or in a customer or suppliers. And yeah, this is I have attached one video for honorific language for reference. Yeah, and honorific and honorific is actually will be different between relationship with kids in school, in newspaper, in television and work, etc. And yeah, here's the reference video.
This is Tanaka-san. Tanaka is the family name. San is a Japanese honorific. In English, we have honorifics like Mr., Miss, or Mrs. Unless the person tells you that you can call them by their first name, use their family name. Sama is the respectful version of san. You can use it to refer to customers, speaking to an audience, or in a business context. Kun is used by a senior person when addressing their junior counterpart. It's mainly used when addressing a male. Kun can also be used towards children and friends. Women can also use this term to refer to males that they are close to. Chan is the childish version of san. You use it on children, or girls. Like Kun, friends and lovers can also address each other using this honorific. Remember, don't refer to yourself with an honorific title. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe and turn on notifications.
Right, that's all for language culture. Next element will be continued by Akmal.
Okay, technology and material. Advanced biomimetic technology is being widely used in Japan industrial product as Uzrika food packaging and high perform film are taking advantage of biomimetic technology, which use the extraordinary structure and function of living organism. Japan's streets are safe and secure thanks to Koban. Japan is peaceful and is recognized as one of the safest countries in the world. One factor that helps keep Japan peaceful can be found in the Koban, located in many areas in the city. The Koban is also called a police box, but people around the world are familiar with the Japan words. This article introduced the role and origin of Koban. Manner in Japan culture: facial expression, tone of voice, posture.
Okay. Next, manners in Japan culture element. Okay. First, we going to manners Japanese culture, which is Japanese culture revolve around respect and maintaining, as I have mentioned before, and so does their communication style or skill. And they usually tend to rely on non-verbal cues, which is facial expression, tone of voice, and posture. And non-verbal communication is important to them. And even there is a book for foreigner on how to interpret with the commonly used signs. They are commonly used signs. And I will show example. As shown, as you can see in this slide, there is a boy age 70 years old and grandpa age 71. Okay, click next. Okay, wait. No, wait. Okay. Okay, no, sebelum. Sorry. Okay, kat sini. Eye contact is important in the way that you must restrain from doing in the most situation. But in Japan, they not comfortable to do eye contact, and it is considered disrespect to stare into another eyes, especially if they are your senior or older than you. But in Malaysia, as we can see, if we don't do eye contact, we will assume that this is disrespectful, right? But in Japan, different. And also about facial expression, instead of saying no, they will say it is inconvenience, or they will say it is under consideration. And another things, they don't use sarcasm, and they because they don't buy, because sometimes they don't understand what is your meaning by do sarcasm. In Asian, mostly we use in Malaysia we use sarcasm, right? But in Japanese, they don't understand and they don't do that. Next, tone of voice. Tone of voice. Back to the next slide. Let's take a look. As previous slide. Te ne no. The words is we must pronounce proper with proper tone, because and also if you meet someone Japanese, they told his or her name, you need to hear them carefully, because if you wrong mispronunciation, you will you will run them. Okay. And last one is about posture. Posture, slouching, like your body slouching. Okay. Slouching is considered as lazy in many Asian countries. This is involved Japan, and since the Japanese people are known for their good posture and keeping proper and upright posture while even walking, even when they are walking, even though we are tired or we are lazy person, don't show to people that ugly posture, especially when you want to do business. Because the first impression towards another is important. And yes, that's all about manners. And then, okay, this is so interesting. Aisatsu culture in Japan. Okay, what is aisatsu? Aisatsu is when you move to another place or new place, you have to go. You have to go to the neighbor house with gift. Not all neighbors, but not all neighbors like 40 neighbors. No, just front, left, right, and back. And everything in aisatsu item is sold at the store and just need to prepare the money. If you wonder, did they give bento? No, they do not give bento as aisatsu stuff because okay, I will explain that later. But usually, people will give dishwashing soap, cooking oil, coffee, biscuit, and something like that. Why? In Malaysia, we always give our neighbor with dish, our food that we cook, and then we will proud because that is our food, right? But in Japan, it is not appreciated. No, it is not appreciated, but it is not inconvenient, something like that, to give food because it may cause poisoning food and safety factor. Okay, okay, that's all about aisatsu culture. And as shown as this picture, I got from Twitter by Pija Chan. This is the picture of example of aisatsu. And not forget that to say a cup of this set of cup also can be an item for aisatsu. And each set will be 5, not 4, because other than China, Japanese also trust that 4 is unlucky number. Next.
Okay, social organization. Okay, first one is upper class. Upper class, there are two class, which is the royal family and the business class. For the royal family, these people belong to ancient Japanese royal family who ruled the Japans over many countries. So in Malaysia, we call it keturunan raja or something. Okay, business class. These are the people who are the mega business owner in Japan. This business professional rules the country in means of economy since the economical system is widely influenced by the disadvantaged. Okay, so the upper class, they will be treated nicely and they will gain more respect than the below class. Okay, come on, next. Okay, the middle class. Middle class, or call it low skill businessmen and servicemen. Okay, low skill businessmen running a business of their own but a small scale. Servicemen doing job in a company. Middle class. In Malaysia, we call it B40. Okay, next one. Okay, lower class. The lowest class. The lower class is the hierarchical structure from lower part of the population of the Japanese society. Okay, for the lowest class, they need to perform day-to-day working to earn their livelihood. This class comprised of the people who earn lowest wage in the Japan of majority of time, face financial stability. That means they will be treated like a labor just need to work overtime to gain their wages, extra wages, and to survive the living in Japan. Okay, my next. Okay, attitude toward workplace. Examples are shown in the slide. As Katsuyuki Hasegawa, 1995, asked most Japanese about what they do, they will answer, I am company employee or work for Toshiba. Okay, that's mean Japanese culture has a high regard for high hierarchical relationship, the most important of which would be the senpai coherency, such as relationship could be understood as a general term to refer an order in agriculture. That means in a company, when you are older and get more experience in the company than the junior, they will follow the rules that given by the order. Not even the rule are going to be a bad side of the company or will begin a profit to company, they need to follow it. Okay, for Japanese, the company name is more important than the job title. Like the example, I am company employee or I work for Toshiba, like that lah. Next one. Off-stick is mentioned in Japan. Okay, next. Come on.
Okay, for the classification of state, first, power distance. This dimension deal with the fact that all individuals in societies are not equal. Second, it expresses the attitude of the culture toward these inequalities among us. Third, power distance is defined as the extent to which the less powerful member of institution and organization within a country expect and accept that power is distributed unequally. And then individualist, the fundamental issue addressed by the dimension is the degree of interdependence a society maintains among its members. It has to do with whether people's self-image is defined in terms of I or we. In individualist society, people are supposed to look after themselves and their direct family only. In collective societies, people belong to in group that take care of them in exchange for loyalty. And masculinity, a high score masculine on this dimension indicate that the society will be driven by competition, achievement, and success. With success being defined by the winner, best inflict a value system that starts in school and continues through organizational life. And then long-term orientation. This dimension describe how various society have to maintain some link with its own past while dealing with the challenges of the present and future, and society priorities these two existential goals differently.
All right, let's get to know Japanese companies that also are in Malaysia. Okay, next. We'll go fast because there is more 3 minutes. Okay, there is 3 about different industry, which is Daiso, Honda, and Uniqlo. But today we will present, we'll share about Honda and Uniqlo. Okay. The first one, we will going to about Uniqlo. Uniqlo is founded by Tadashi Yanai in 1984, and about 2,000 official stores spread across 21 countries. And next. Okay, Uniqlo established in 10 June 2020, and number of stores in Malaysia is 52 stores as recorded. On September 2020, and line of business is retail clothing brand clothing in Malaysia, and has several collection with other technological innovation, including airism. Next. Okay, Uniqlo sustainability. Okay, this is the campaign or CSR or that Uniqlo do as stated as this campaign conduct in 2020 and Doraemon as the ambassador. And this is the pictures of Uniqlo campaign. Okay, next.
Okay. Honda, as we know, one of the biggest Japanese automobile company that around the world. Okay, founded by Shoshiro Honda and Takeo Fujisawa in 1947. It already has 4,000 and plus official dealership worldwide. Next. Okay, Honda production start in Malaysia is 1950 by Bonsiu. Number of dealership 75 authorized since last year 2020. Line of business called automobile in Malaysia. Also, Honda has their own technology innovation known as Honda Sensing. Okay, next.
Okay, so what you can see, wait. So what we can conclude, yes, there is many Japanese culture that different from our country. Even we are same Asian, but we are different. So there is so many different and unique culture in Japan, and as really so this topic is actually teach us to learn about another culture in other country, and yeah, next skip.
Okay, in conclusion, people in Japan place a strong emphasis on non-verbal communication and place important maintain social harmony. Through this topic, we are able to learn about the cultures and they exist throughout the country. There it is own uniqueness. So
That's all our presentation for today, and thank you for our panel for your time. And Madam Lini, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So any comment from both panel, maybe?
Hi. Actually, so as I think Dina already mentioned that your presentation was nice. The slides and the attire is attractive. Took extra initiative for that. My comment is like I feel like all of you three members in there, but if can try to divide your task equally. Like someone is leading, talking more, and another two is like talking very less. So try to divide equally. So it will be more teamwork together. After all, the presentation was good and quite attractive. And try not to drag too long. And also, if like using any technical things like now it's virtual everything, so try not to put too much of videos. It's like it might have technical issues later on. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Alright.
Thank you.
You don't have any question, Melvin, for this group?
No.
No. Okay. All right, Dino. Dino, okay, Dino?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, basically I would like to conclude that it was good to improve if just like Melvin mentioned. I think probably one person is stealing all the show because she's taking the highlights. So basically what I would say is that in addition, the first part of the presentation, probably you guys put topic outline so that the audience can expect what they want to hear throughout the presentation, and then probably add the reference at the end. It was good for conclusion, but for the purpose of the lecturers or the panelists to refer back any of your information, is it reliable or not? I think that is all. Rather than that, it was very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, bye. And then ni panels boleh join next link. Alright.